Well, happy Monday, friends. I am inside this morning because I woke up and it was 17 degrees outside in northern Wisconsin. And I was like, I don't know. It's spring and I think I'm going to sit inside today. Um, what I didn't mention yesterday is I just started my channel back up again. I had mentioned something about 3 years ago I started a channel. I had to stop because things got too busy, and now I'm just starting it back up again. And the name of my channel is Hodeg Haji's Homestead. I don't have an entire homestead yet, but yesterday I put together a woodshed, and I really just put it together with the scraps and different things I had on my property, different 2x4s and some pallets and that sort of thing, and to keep with the simple kind of concept that I have to have my channel. And that's basically what I want to do about my channel is to talk about different things, and maybe we can encourage one another about how to simplify our lives and make it through this tough economy. Which leads me to what I'm going to talk about today, and that is the envelope system. You see that right there? It says utility. And what I do is each time that I get paid, I have a couple forms of getting paid, but I work at a medical transport, as I mentioned yesterday, and I drive my Amish friends. But sometimes my Amish friends won't call for a couple weeks, and I may not have any income there. And so I just have to rely on my medical transport job that I have, and that's right in town. And it's basically a job for me to transition before I retire and start collecting Social Security at 62. But in the meantime, what I'm doing is I do the envelope system. So every time that I get paid, I end up taking whatever it is that I allotted for that envelope, and I put it into an envelope and save it right there, so that when it comes time to pay the bills, I have the money to do it. And even if you have slow periods where you can't pay everything, the allotted money that you said, okay, well, I'm going to put away, $30 this week for every 2 weeks for utility, and then we'll go from there. Even if you can't save that full amount and you're living very simple and times are a little bit tough, something is better than nothing. And so at the end of it, when it comes time to pay the bills, if let's say you have 75% of what you want to put towards your to pay off the credit card, or to pay the utility company, or to pay the water company, or to pay your mortgage, whatever it is, it's better than not having anything at all. Now, mortgage is probably something different. You ought to have that one probably every month, or you might end up getting your place taken away. But even if it was something that you put on a credit card to pay off, to buy something, whatever that might be, and it's better than nothing. And my idea too, I always tell people this: if you can simplify in the way of not paying, having a lot of debt, that's the best way to go. Don't put debt on things that you have to finance, that are going to depreciate. Anything that's going to depreciate is not a good thing. And I know I'm saying that, and a lot of people are going, wait a minute, I have to have a car. Okay, we all need transportation. But if you've seen what I drive everything is 2004 models, 2006, 2000, that kind of thing. And I don't have a vehicle. I have three vehicles because I have to drive my Amish friends. I don't have a vehicle that's less than 200,000 miles. One of them that I'm driving right now, I have three vehicles, has 412,000 miles. So that'll kind of put things into perspective as to simplifying things. Now, with that, obviously, you're going to have breakdowns, and the older cars get, things are going to happen where you're going to have to replace them. But less debt is always better. Less debt is always better. And one of the ways, again, is to simplify it for me was to do the envelope system. Envelope system has been a way for me to stay disciplined, to be able to say, okay, I'm saving for, maybe my niece is got a graduation coming up, and I need to save for that graduation. Let's say I want to give her a $100 gift or whatever it is by the time she graduates. If I'm saving, over a year or two time frame, you can put $5 a week away, and you're going to be, by the time it comes time for their graduation, you'll be like, wow, there's that money. And then you don't have to dip into it. Another one, too, would be, say, driver license renewal. This is just an example. It comes time for your driver's license renewal, and then let's say you got a couple of cars that you have to renew, and they seem to come all at the same time. If you saved up that money, you'd have to go, oh, wait a minute, now I got to put this on a credit card, or where am I going to come up with, $100 to be able to renew my vehicle? It's there. AAA. I'm a AAA member because I drive the Amish all over the country. The membership that I have for that's probably $120, I think it is, something like that per year. But it's awesome. I mean, it's great, and it's helped me in numerous cases where maybe there was a breakdown or a flat tire or whatever it is. But if I don't put aside for AAA membership for the $120 for the year, and maybe like I said, that might you can do $10 a month, and you got that paid for. So the concept behind it is to find a way for you to be able to help yourself save money. It may not be for you to do it the envelope way. You're going to go through a couple of envelopes because you got to mark them up and you got to, that kind of thing. Big deal. What are envelopes? I mean, even in today's economy, you can go and get cheap envelopes at Dollar General or sure, there's multiple ways that you can find ways to be able to store your money in different, things. So anyway, my encouragement for the day is to find a system that works for you, and so we can encourage one another to live frugally and to make it on small amounts, because we're in a tough economy, and it's only, I hate to say it, I'm an optimist by nature, but it's only getting worse. So if we can find ways to do that, that's going to help us. A note that I want to mention before I leave here is that yesterday a friend of mine texted me and said something about he heard that the Amish were taking money out of the bank because they thought that the dollar was going to collapse. And I said to him, well, I'll check with one of my Amish friends today that I'm real close with and see if that's true. I hadn't heard anything about it, but it's not a secret that our value of our dollar has been collapsing for many years now. Is that collapse going to come right now? Is it going to come, this summer? Is it come before winter? I have no idea. I do know that the smart thing to do, though, is to prepare for the tough times that are coming. Right now, whether it's storing up extra gasoline and then putting stable in it while you have it outside, whether you have canned foods, whether you have multiple ways of getting water, whatever that might be. Start preparing right now. I wanted to use this one as an example today because I just got paid, and right now is the time where I'm going to put my money in the envelopes. So I'm going to leave you with that today, and simplify. Simple. Less is more. Less is more, and let's encourage one another. Everybody, if you like what I say or like my content, please hit like, subscribe if you like, and throw a comment, and I'll try to get to those comments. And I'm going to try to post things that each day, or maybe it's every couple of days, depending on how much time that I have and how busy I get, on how we can help each other to simplify our lives in this tough economy. Take care, everybody. God bless.